what a mess your business can bring home with you. This is all from last night, going through paperwork and everything. So, hello YouTubers, 95 speed GTA. I know I haven't made a video in a long time, but I'm gonna make a video and I'm gonna show you everything that's been going on. Alright, so last night I just polished up Daisy. This Daisy is my 2008 Nissan Altima. And best part of it all is I moved to a new garage. Look at this. Full of junk. Well, not junk, just me moving. Oops. Throw that back there. I had so many things I wanted to show you guys. Like, I actually had my printer in my car. And, man, it's real hard to see out of this screen. That's my laptop mount that I had mounted there. But between switching cars at Brandon all the time, I'm in the process of getting a new radio for Daisy. I tried to do as many things as I could this weekend because now my business hours are Monday to Friday and I got the weekends off, so I'm like scrambling to do like a million things. Also, I think I want to invest in a new camera. I definitely want to invest in a new camera. I got that. Oh man, it's hot in here. Are you serious? Keys are in the back seat. One of these intelligent key things. And as the car will still say no key. There we go. I think I want to get one of those GoPro cameras, something that'll mount up in the car or whatever. This is way too much. Plus carrying that camera around, big pain in the ass. My mother's home. I wonder what kind of excuses she's got for not walking today.
You can get out. That's 2 days in a row you watched me hauling all the shit and to get out now.
Bye bye. So, I'm very mellow right now, so sorry if I'm not so jumpy and enthusiastic. But so here's what's been going on. I don't think I've ever given you guys an update on everything that's going on. So to my subscribers that have been watching my YouTube channel since pretty much day one, about 2.5 years ago, my sister bought a house, and when she moved into the house, she had a carport, and I converted the carport into a garage. Now, I didn't spend thousands of dollars doing that or anything, you know, like putting up wood and all that other stuff. All I really did was I put up tarps. I measured how much space was, I measured how much space, I measured how much space was in between the posts, and this is not like one of those rinky-dink aluminum carports. This is like, you know, a real made carport. The house used to belong to my brother-in-law's grandfather, and he made it. So like I bought $20 worth of hardware, and like I bolted in all the tarps and everything like that, and everything was beautiful. And I got 2.5 years out of it. Between the tarps and the hardware, everything cost me like $200. And I started my business, which is A&Z's Garage. So my sister really didn't like the house, long story short, and she decided to sell. So I had to get out of here, and I had to find another place to live. Well, no, not another place to live. I had to find another place to do my business. So I found this garage, not in my hometown, but a town away. And the rent was there, you know, what she wanted a month. The space was there. Not only did I get the garage, I got the driveway. Now, my first garage, if you guys remember back in 2012, I rented a garage, and that's where I did the intake manifold gasket on the 1995 Pontiac Grand Prix. I think that was the worst experience in my life, between the landlord and the daughter and all the nonsense that came along with it. I had no use of the driveway, all this other crap, and long story short, I wound up getting into a huge fight with the landlord's daughter because she's a young kid, 19 at the time, and I guess she had trouble understanding that this is mommy's house and it's not your house, and you don't call the shots, especially tell somebody that's actually paying your mother rent what to do when you're not even paying rent. So that was one big uncomfortable situation. It ruined a friendship between me and my friend. And I just, word of advice, don't ever rent from friends or family members. And I'm not trying to say I'm a, you know, like I didn't pay my rent. I paid my rent on time and everything. It's not about that. It's just, I guess there's this sense of freedom that, or some sense of, some comfortable, like, it's just some comfortable sense that this person knows you, you know, so they could do what they want, or, you know, like they expect this and this. It's just a bad situation, and the best advice I can give, don't ever rent from people that you know, unless they're cool. So, kind of feel weird now. Hold on one sec. Like, talking on the camera. Alright, so I got this new garage, and that's where we're going to right now. And I fully moved out. I had to do a lot of work to this garage, which I'll talk about when we get there. It's really nice. It's the garage, and it's the driveway, and it's right on the main road. So I'm really praying I took my wallet, because I'm about to go into 7-Eleven. Alright, sorry about that. Actually, I went into 7-Eleven to get coffee, and I wound up eating an apple, a banana, and a little piece of cheese. So like, I didn't want to be sitting here rolling on film while you guys listen to me chew on an apple. Anyway, so I got this new garage. It's a town away, and this is where I do everything now. But when I moved into the garage, let me tell you, it was a shit show. I had to first clean out the rest of the stuff that the previous tenant lived at, which the previous tenant was the woman's husband. And he wanted to leave everything in there. And like I explained to him that I can't run and operate a business with all of your stuff in there. Where am I going to put my stuff? So the time came where I had to move out of my sister's. And this is, I'm getting to why I haven't been posting videos for a while. So it was getting to the point where I had to leave my sister's now. And I got all this crap. I got a garage full of crap, and I got a basement full of crap. And probably as much cubic feet as inside this car to put it at the new garage. So my landlord decided to put up a shed in the backyard, which he actually should be done with today. And I moved all their stuff out. Once I got all their stuff out, I gotta get a mount for you guys. There we go. Once all his stuff got moved out, I power washed the floor. And Fuck. There we I power washed the floor. I epoxied the floor. I put up insulation. I ripped out all the electric. A lot. We're passing by my old place right now. I'll show you. Here's my old place. Here's where the garage used to be. Crazy, huh? This is where I used to do all my work. It's all gone now. Neighbors and everything like that. I don't even know them anymore. Really never got to know them, but so yeah. Oh, these bumps in the road are really fucking us. Alright. So yeah, that's pretty much the moral of the story. So we're heading to the garage now. It's crazy how busy I am. Well, I should say we, as in my business. It's crazy. Every week, I have at least a couple of cars, and I average out about 2 cars a day. Now, mind you, that's a lot, and I'm not just talking about oil changes, because I was averaging 2 cars a day, and they were just oil changes. I'm in the wrong business. But I mean, like big jobs. That's pretty much what I'm doing, and if I'm averaging out 2 big jobs a day, that's good. This business cost me about $1,000 a week, $4,000 a month to run, and that's with buying parts, supplies, and all that stuff. So I got a good thing going, and you know what? I was thinking about getting commercial property, like actually getting like a 1 bay or a 2 bay or a 3 bay shop or something like that, but I'm not ready. I'm not ready for it. I'm not, my credit's there. Pretty much, I have a lot of credit, and if I went to go open up a shop, it'd be all done on credit. I mean, I have money saved, but I don't know. I got scared. And to be honest, when you guys see what I got now, this could hold me over for a while until I'm actually ready to get a shop. Because that's a big, big step. And like another thing that I wasn't really 100% sure on is whether or not I wanted to get a shop or a house. Like, I'm living in the upstairs apartment from my parents' house. I better close these windows because it's going to start to get loud with wind. I live in the upstairs apartment from my parents. And, I do have my own personal space and everything like that. And that's cool. But, eventually I want to own my own house. But my main source of income is my business. So maybe in the next 2 years, I'll be able to open up a shop. And like I said, I could open up one now. It's too much because I'm a one-man operation. Everything that you guys have ever seen me do, I do on my own. Maybe once in a while, I'll have Brandon help me. That guy just totally blew a red light. Oh, and it's hot as hell here. But primarily, I am a one-man operation, and sometimes I have trouble doing it now as is. Can you imagine if I opened up a shop? So that means I'd have to hire people. So then that's salaries to pay. Commercial bills, like when you rent commercial property, you're responsible for the property tax and all this crap, and then you have to get insurance and all that other, I'm a legal business. I am an actual entity. My business is real, It's not just something I made up overnight and just decided to, say, oh yeah, this is my business. I have a legal corporation, and I am the only employee. And I'm the employee, I'm the CEO, I'm the treasurer, I'm the secretary, I'm everything. But New York State law is that if I ever hire an employee, I have to carry workers' compensation insurance. Oh, excuse me. It's just a lot. It's a lot. And I don't want to do that. Because let's say we do. Let's say we do that. And the economy tanks even more than it's ever before, or something happens, and I'm not getting the business that I need, and I got one other employee or two other employees, I need a big, if I open up a shop, I need a big security blanket, and by that I mean lots of money. And I don't have lots of money right now. Everything I get, even when I do jobs for customers, I'm dumping it back into my business, and I have 3 different sources of income, with my business being one of them. And everything that I make from my business, it gets dumped right back into the business, because just last night I had to buy tools. I just bought an AC unit, to service a vacuum pump and a manifold gauge, and the necessary tools like a leak finder, like all these things to be able to work on air conditioning systems. And you're never done. You're never ever done, especially with scan tools, because once you think you got the latest and greatest, it's almost like computers. The next big thing is out. And I'm constantly buying tools, not replacing them, but I'm constantly buying tools just to make jobs go by faster, do things better, and so forth. I still have to lay out $1,200 to buy a new scan tool, because the scan tool I have doesn't do certain functions that I need it to do. Plus, I need a TPMS scan tool, tire pressure monitor, and please, I'm almost $8,000 in the hole, and I've been doing this for 2.5 years. But I really, I've been doing like the online sales and the buying and flipping cars and like all that shit. But like as far as the automotive repair goes, that end of this business, I've been doing since September of 2014. So last year, because we're in 2015 now. So I've been doing that for almost a year. I've been in business for 10 years. I incorporated in 2012, and I started doing the automotive end of this business in August or September of 2014. So I'm not even a year into this, and I'm already at almost $8,000. And like some people that are watching this right now, they'll be laughing. And they'd be like, yeah, I started my business and I put 50,000 or 100,000. It all depends on the business. Like I said, I'm a one-man operation, and I'm operating out of a garage and a half, a residential garage. And I'm going to do that for as long as I can, because yes, my business still is in its infancy. And I want to see it grow, so I'm taking all the measures. People don't think I'm crazy. They probably think I'm talking to myself. But I'm going to take all the measures that I need to safely grow. I'm not a big risk taker. I let a certain, I allocate a certain amount of money each month for expenses. But it's getting to the point where I'm getting so damn busy that I am just going to have to buy everything I need in one shot. And I've been holding off on some things just because of the price. I don't want to make things tight. I don't want to struggle, because when I first started my business, I was struggling. And to be honest, a lot of my business has been built on credit. You know, if you know how to use your credit card responsibly, they're a really, really great tool. I think it was Apple or IBM. I don't remember. This is very vague to me. But IBM, they started their business out of a garage. Like Apple, they started their business out of a garage. And they built their business on a credit card. Can you believe that? And it's funny because when I read that, I kind of laughed and I said to myself, that's exactly what I did. I built my business on a credit card. And whatever I had in the bank at the time. I think I had a couple $1,000 at the time when I started the automotive end of my business. But things are okay. You know, slowly but surely I'm getting there. And I will get there because I enjoy working for myself. I do. I just, if I have to survive, I would work for somebody. But I mean, if I can keep on doing this and be able to pay my bills and still be able to save money, hey. And you know, that's exactly what I'm doing. You know, as I said, I have 3 different incomes. So, you know, something goes towards savings. Something goes towards bills. And any of you out there that are young, like in their 20s, or teenagers, or early 30s, you really want to ditch the boss, because I know a lot of bosses are assholes. Start your own business. Figure out something. Do eBay. You know, like in 2010, I used to have a caravan, and it's so funny that I'm talking about this because I'm driving right behind the same exact caravan. That's weird. But in 2010, I had a caravan, and I was in like my early 20s, and I used to drive around, and I used to pick up scrap computers, scrap, you know, radios, metal, aluminum, copper, like everything. And I used to go to the scrapyard and I used to make money. That's how, you know, that's you know, another way on how I made money. And I used to get these old computers, and I used to take the memory out of them and the hard drives out of them. I used to sell the memory on eBay, and like, you know, like I would do an auction or a buy it now for like $5 or $10, and I'm like, who the hell is gonna buy this? Well, sure enough, there's a lot of people out there that they need that RAM. Fucking guy, big rush. 30, 42 and a 30, asshole. But there's so many different ways to make money. There really is. So we're coming up on my garage. Better get into the other lane, stop flapping my gums. But here we are. That Passat is one of my customers' cars. Customer car, customer car, customer car. And that's my landlord's house. These are their cars. All my customers, I might as well say. I'm just doing another loop around. So